So let's take a hot second and recap the Yannick the Freak Ngakoue dynasty with the Vikings. So the Vikes traded for him right before the start of the season when it was clear that Daniil's tweak was less than ideal. Vikings sent a 2021 second-round pick and a conditional fifth-round pick to the Jaguars for his services. Yannick even took $6 million less to come to the Vikings. So you're thinking $12 million 1 year, premier edge rusher. Okay, if Daniil comes back in mid-season, you have the best edge rushing duo in the NFL. You can live with that, sure. He doesn't play against the run, but, is what it is. And frankly, he played well for the Vikings. And also, there was never any hint of he was a problem in the locker room or he wasn't listening. No, he was a good player, good soldier, came in very short notice and played extremely well. Had 16 pressures, led the team with 5 sacks. Still technically leads the team with 5 sacks. Also had 2 strip sacks in back-to-back games against the Colts and the Titans. They're like, all right, this guy is pretty damn solid. Maybe the Vikings re-sign him. Daniil Hunter gets back healthy next year, and then you come in, you have the best edge rusher duo in the NFL, plus then you have a Fadi and DJ Wonnum, you're good. And then the Vikings were like, okay, so we're 1-5, got blown out at home by the Falcons. On the bye week, they decided to trade him to Baltimore, right, for a 2021 third rounder, as well as a conditional 2022 fifth rounder. So essentially, just taking slightly less than what you gave up for Yannick to Jacksonville, right? And it seemed like the Vikings waving the white flag. It's like, okay, cash in our chips, whatever we can, take 90 cents on the dollar and just move on. And fire sale was on. Going to trade Reef, going to trade Rudy, going to do all those things, right? But then, even though Spielman was like, we're not giving up, right? But then, somehow, some way, the Vikings have won 3 division games in a row. And in hindsight, does the Yannick trade look premature? I mean, sure. Would you love to have a premier speed edge rusher on this Vikings defense as they're starting to really come together and gel? Also, on the other hand, does the trade make sense? And also, if you had the chance to go back and undo it, would you do that? So let's look at the facts. So the Vikings, in trading Yannick to the Ravens, did save $5 million plus in cap space, which they can roll over to next year, which is important since the cap could potentially be reduced significantly in 2021. Also, the Vikings recouped a third and a conditional fifth in a future year. So I get it. Like, if they had let Yannick walk in free agency, if they decided not to franchise tag him, which remember he waived his no franchise tag clause, as well as if they didn't re-sign him, then they would have to wait to 2022 to maybe get a third or fourth round compensatory pick, pending on what the Vikings would do in 2021 free agency, right? And then with the Yannick gone, it did free up snaps for rookie fourth round pick DJ Wonnum out of South Carolina, who's thriving. DJ has 11 pressures, 2 sacks since Yannick left, including calling game against the Packers. Hercules Mataafa, the Vikings' new defensive end weapon, getting snaps, clown emojis all over the place, 10 pressures, half a sack, as well as it's allowing Afadio Denebo to play and set the edge at his more natural position at right defensive end. He had 5 pressures, including 4 against the Bears. Big-time producer of pressure against Nick Foles and company and Charles Leno late in the game on Monday night. And like we said, the Vikings had no plans of extending or tagging him. Sort of makes sense, right? And also, the Vikings are 3-0 since the trade. The Ravens are 1-2, for whatever that's worth. Plus, Yannick, since the trade in 3 games of Baltimore, does only have 7 pressures and 0 sacks through those 3 games. But also, it's his 3rd defense in 3 months. Yannick was never great against the run as it is. He's much more situational pass rusher with the Ravens, with Matt Judon and company there. So I get it. I get it. But if you had a chance to go back and just undo the trade, knowing what you know now, the Vikings at 4-5, I'm not sure if you would. Because the cap savings is great. Getting those 2 picks back is great, even though, for 6 games of Yannick, you basically paid $6 million and the difference between a second and a third round pick. It's kind of whatever, right? Plus, as this defense is really starting to gel and these young guys are starting to come together, the guys that are currently out there right now will be a part of the short-term future of the Vikings. Now, could you say that about Yannick? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I think it was really up in there what they were going to do with him this offseason. So you look at Afadi, likely going to be here long term. You look at Hercules, restricted free agent next year. Maybe the Vikings bring him back. DJ Wonnum's is a rookie on his rookie deal, so he'll obviously be around for a long time as well. So I do like that the Vikings are starting to get things together with a pass rush, just starting to create one without Daniil, without Yannick, with the guys that will be part of this core going forward. It's better to get them reps as opposed to, even though Yannick was awesome when he was here, he was great when he was on the field, he was a good teammate by all accounts, he was a mercenary. So it was what it was at that stage. So if you give me the chance to have a mulligan on the unique trade to the Ravens, I don't know if I would take it. I don't. No. Cap, you got the picks. Juan was playing great. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Even though, man, when that trade went down, it's just like, it's over. It's over. But lo and behold, who knew? But your thoughts, Vikings, Yannick trade, meh. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.